Blessed evening, welcome back. Blessed evening, beloved. You are welcome to join us. Today we are going to talk about spiritual alienations. In our topic of today, I am going to touch men's faith and beliefs. But the truth needs to be told. It's the time of the light. We need to tell ourselves the truth as it is and make informed decisions. Like in every life aspect or area of life, we are required to get information and make informed decisions. So today I'm going to give you the information that you may not be aware of. Some you might be doubting. We are talking about alienation. How do somebody become spiritually alienated? You become spiritually alienated when you are given a customized way of doing things without your freedom of improvement or without your freedom of judging. I'll explain, for example. Some of you are following me. You belong to a certain religion. And if you look, you didn't choose to belong to that religion. You were led or told or imposed to belong to that religion. So those are the kind of things that I'm talking about. You were told to do certain things where you're not allowed to decide. But you are told that you are given a choice. In reality, there's no choice. It can depend on your family. It can depend on your country or your community or your tribe where you're born. But we understand that a human being got three parts: body, soul, and spirit. Yet our body are allowed, when it reaches a certain age, to decide for itself. I'll give you an example, the kind of study you want to study, even though I know some have been imposed as well. Even though some have been imposed as well, we're going to go there. We've got some freedom to choose what we're going to eat, when to eat it, when to bath, what to dress. But yet, our spiritual being is depraved about that. I'm focusing on the spiritual side because I'm a spiritualist. It's my field of expertise. You as a spiritual being, you are not free to experiment, to experience, or to engage in any other spiritual activity that is not supported by your religion. And that, I'm telling you, is wrong. It's wrong because whatever message the religion gives, the High Spirit, the Creator, is not a customized person. It's the High Spirit. It's the maker of everything. So we're going to go deeper. We'll go 3 points today. Please allow me. Our first point is confiscating your spiritual alienation through customized religion beliefs. You might belong to a religion that begets a certain belief, and for them, that is the only way. And you have been told, out of that way, you have no other way. And the way that you've been told is the way that was supposed to give you success, peace. Joy, happiness, you can name them. And then you go further, even to eternal life in your spiritual life. But you are obliged to do what you are told in order for you to reach your objectives. You follow what you've been told. You practice. What is your life today when you are watching it? Do not be hypocrite. Do not lie to yourself. Or please me. Are you happy with where you are? Whatever practice and belief that you've been practicing for years, which you've been told or your parents have been practicing, have given you your heart desire. You need to understand that when we come as spiritual being in this reincarnation life, this reincarnated life, when we are coming back, we got purposes. We've got objectives. But once you alienate yourself with a limited belief, we do not match your mission, your purpose, you are a failure. And then you are no longer free, so you cannot solve your problems. You are alienated. You are alienated. You are a slave of somebody's mission. Because you are imposed to marry somebody that you don't love. Because you are imposed to have the kind of lifestyle that you don't wish to have. You are an hypocrite into yourself. And that is the first cause of your problems, because you are lying to yourself. You are hiding yourself from yourself. I'm not talking about somebody else. You know very well when you are following me that you got a certain purpose and mission. You've been told about it. What did you do? Nothing. Because you're afraid of your father, of your mother, of your husband, of your wife, of your community, of the law of your country. And then you are living a wrong life. The life that you're not made and sent for. You will never succeed until you go back to your original identity. I hope you are listening. I hope you are following. Because these are the keys that I'm giving to you to understand why you always find yourself in this kind of situation and problems. Then we are going to our second point. Destroying the cultural patrimony and self-identity by labeling old and young people with witchcraft. You went to different churches, temple, you have seen different gurus, sangomas, healers, and they keep on telling you that you got witchcraft. There's this witchcraft that are affecting you. There's this witchcraft that are affecting you. This one is blocking you. And yet, after doing whatever they are telling you, you don't find the answer. You don't find the solution that you want. You're still facing the same situation. Yes, because you are attacking what you're not supposed to be attacking. You are not dealing with your problem that is you. Your cultural patrimony has been destroyed. Your forefathers, who are your ancestors, are a genealogy. Now you're not even identifying yourself with them. You identify yourself with a certain denomination of a certain religion, for example. So a person who ignores his own culture and tradition is a lost soul. Once your soul is lost, what will happen to your spirit? It will be errant. When you are watching me now, how do you look at your culture? How do you look at your older people? There's two systems that is manipulating everything. The builder and the destroyers. So you need to understand that the destroyers come and steal your identity from you. They took away your cultural patrimony because it's where your traces are. That is your purpose. When the creator, the higher spirit, the one you call God. You may call him Allah, Jehovah. Any name you give him, Laser, as my sister were calling him. Any name you give him. That higher spirit, when he sends you to a specific family, clan, tribe, country, and nation, he was not wrong. He never made a mistake. He knew exactly your purpose and mission in that community. But what you have done, you have given it away. You have thrown it away in the dustbin. You are adopting other people's culture and tradition because you've been told that is the only way. No, that is the only way for them, not for you. You are not belong to them. You belong to the sender. The sender have allocated you a place, a country, a province, a tribe, a clan, even parents and siblings. Because he knew very well your mission and the purpose of you being there. So by you not following that, you are completing the wrong. It's like you are driving a car, you go in the contrary. They tell you this is the one way. You get the other way. Regardless of how good a driver you are, regardless of all the hazards you're going to make, you're going to cause a traffic. You're going to cause an accident. You're going to cause a scandal. It doesn't matter how big is your car. Take the wrong turn in the highway during a busy time. It's a busy time because each and every spiritual being come on a mission. And people do pray at different times, so they communicate. It's a busy time. And then you, regardless of the sacrifice, the fasting, the gift you're going to give, as long as you are not driving on the right direction, you are wrong, you're going to cause accident, there's going to be failure. That's why you are failing. Now follow me very well. It starts making sense to you. When you belong to a clan, to a tribe, to a family, there's a purpose. Nobody must come and tell you that that family doesn't belong to you. You don't choose family. We don't choose who we are born with. We can have our own human problem. But the sender, the one we believe in, the higher spirit that sends us knowing very well that we're going to face those challenges, and he give us the means to overcome them. The only reason we don't know how to overcome them because we have rejected our own history and we embrace other people's history. We embrace foreigner history into our private and self-life. It doesn't matter which country you are, which race you are. It doesn't matter your age and gender. You belong to a certain nation, which also got a covenant with their creator. If my nation got a covenant, yours as well got a covenant. But you're not willing to follow that. You're not even willing to listen and know. You might find yourself with a problem of unemployment. You might be in a business and you don't know how to make it. But when you look in a genealogy, you're going to learn that one of your uncle, your grandparents, whatever, was doing that kind of life. But how did they survive? How did they overcome? They've got that wisdom. And these people are spiritual beings, they're still living. You come from them, but today they tell you that these people, they're evil. The same people who they're going to stop you believing in reincarnation, but they can give you some example to say this calling prophet was the incarnation of this one. But in your current life, they don't want you to acknowledge the fact that you're also a reincarnated spirit with a purpose. They bring fear. They program the mind. They limit the thinking. That's why you need to grab the light today. You need to join the light today. We are going to at that point, suppressing the capacity of thinking with the order of believing in what you are told, but not seeing. Today, in religion organizations, members, they don't think. You can even ask some of them after following a certain teaching, what was the subject or the topic of the day. They're not aware of it, but they were present. It had become a culture. It had become a new tradition, a lifestyle to arrange on the day of your congregation meeting. You are just there, but you are not benefiting. Your spirit is not fed. Your spirit is angry. Anger is hitting your spirit. Your spirit is in crisis because you are not feeding it. You go, you've been told your own parent are witchcraft. Your own wife, your own husband is a witch. Your own children are the witch. Your own grandparents are the witch. Your own aunties and uncles are the witches. You have separated yourself from the family. You have been sent the kid away in the street. Some they even become street kids. You have divorced your wife. You have cut any connection, contact with your relatives. What are your achievements today? What can you show off to say, this is the benefit? You are wrong. There can be witchcraft, yes. That is the spiritual work. You need to be a spiritualist like I was myself in order for you to understand how to deal with that without destroying or dividing the family and bringing success into the family. When you're a medical doctor, you diagnose sickness. You don't kill the patient. You solve the problem. You treat it. Witchcraft can be treated and solved in a spiritual level. So stop being programmed in believing without asking questions. Excuse me. It belief I've put in a spiritual lens, I've seen the result. I'm not teaching you something that I'm reading, something that I'm imagining. It's something that I'm living. Spirituality is the freedom of the spirit. It's the light that you want in order for you to be prosperous. And I'm telling you, go back to your root. Stop being programmed. Call upon the God that your ancestors have called upon. You're going to see the light. Check all the nations around the world that are using the God of their ancestors. They are prospering. Check all the nations around the world that have imported the God of other nations. They are in trouble and suffering. Is the truth. Look at it. We are going now to our last part, which will be our conclusion. Killing any spiritual light by imposing a customized spiritual identity with civilization, law, and media. What happened? Today, when you go to certain spiritualists, you find them, they keep on doing the same thing, the same ritual, like they're religious. Because it's what is accepted by society, is what is approved by the law, and is what is approved by the media. And what is the result? People who invest in them, who put their trust in them, they get disappointed, they don't see the result. Spirituality has been customized. It's again killing any spiritual light. The spiritual light only comes from your tribe, from your culture, and from your tradition. When you know who you are, then you are able to embrace the light. If you see all the great masters who have come, they never deny their culture and tribe. We can name Jesus, we can name Moses, we can name Muhammad, we can name David, we can name Confucius, we can name Buddha, we can name most of them, if not all of them. They first identify themselves with their culture their tradition. And then they've elevated the God of their ancestor. You, which superpower are you elevating today? Is it the God of your ancestor or the God that you've been told about? Let us break free from spiritual alienations. I'm not just going to give you the point without giving the solution. The solution is simple. Whatever you know from your religion is not all. In spirituality, there's no taboo. No one owns spiritualism. It's owned by the High Spirit himself. All of us are spiritual beings with a purpose and mission. As I'm doing mine, by bringing the news to you, by bringing the information to you, by highlighting your knowledge and your spirit to see the truth. And that truth shall set you free. Free in thinking, free in conception, and free in prospering. Join spiritualism. Tell yourself the truth. Go back to your identity. Acknowledge that if your ancestors were witch, you're going to be witch. If your ancestors were holy, you're going to be holy. So if somebody come and tell you your ancestors they were evil, and you believe they were not evil, but you surrender to that sweet talk, then you are wrong, you will never prosper. If they were evil, you are evil, you got their DNA. At the human level, you got their DNA. You got their spirit as well. You got a portion of their soul. You are one of them. You can't separate yourself from them. Wake up from your sleeping. Stop being used. Stop being manipulated. Join the light. Reconcile with your ancestors. Reconcile with the God of your ancestors. And you're going to see the light. Be blessed. Like, share our video. Let the grace of I am be upon you. Your spiritual servant master, Roger Katapena. Amen.